Yo, what's up guys? It's Ohio, and today I'm bringing you my very first lineup update of Madden 19, and I have elite players in every single position, and I have power-ups in a lot of my positions. And this is going to be a little bit more casual than my other uploads. My other uploads are a little bit more professional. I cut a lot of the commentary to make it really to the point. But this one I'm just going to talk and let it run. But you can see here, these are my chemistries. I have lockdown maxed out. I have run stuff maxed out. And I have help with jerseys. And then I have balanced offense maxed out. And I'm really close to getting go deep maxed out. Now the lineup I have right now is a little bit different than this lineup because I made a couple changes. And I think that's going to spawn its own series, and that's going to be my lineup changes. And I think what I'll do is just do my weekly rewards for solo battles, and then I'll bundle that up with changes that I've made with my lineup so you can see if anything's different. But you can see here I got the ultimate kickoff players because I did the set and got back the Antonio Brown, and I sold him, kept all the power-up players. So you can see Ezekiel Elliott is disgusting. I use him in solo battles a lot because now I'm trying to make a more balanced score. So I run the ball a tiny bit, maybe about 4 or 5 times a game, and then I throw it to him out of the backfield a whole lot, and he never really drops the ball. And he's got crazy spin move. I think his spin move's like 93, and then he's got never stumble on top of that. And his spin is just cleaner than a lot of other guys' spins, and that's the best way I would describe it. It's fast and clean. Like, as soon as he gets done spinning, he's max speed immediately. A lot of people that you'll play with, they have like a lazy slow spin, or they spin and it takes a minute to accelerate. He's just on another level. If you hit 90 spin move or above, you'll be able to tell. But you can see here my offensive line, and I've been getting a lot of the rising star players because I'm anticipating that EA is going to release a sequence of solo challenges where you have to have certain chemistries. So I have the rising stars for that, and then also to unlock the chemistries that I want personally. So they make it super easy to unlock because you get 6 chemistries with each rising star, but they are pretty expensive. Each rising star, you need to make a token to upgrade them, and that's 2 players, so that's around 10k per player. So you're going to be doing maybe 5 tokens, so you're going to get 10 players at around 10k, so you're looking anywhere between 100k and 125k depending on how high of a price you buy them at. So it is really expensive to have these rising star players, and I think if I combine all the rising star players on my team, they're by far the most expensive thing that I have. But like I said, I do think they are going to have chemistry solos at some point in the game, and they do help me personally get my chemistries that I want. So down the road when they make the solos, I'll be able to just switch their chemistries to something else to unlock it easy. But I have Brian Dawkins. I did have Sean Taylor, but the increase in speed that Brian Dawkins has made me want to use him. And if you compare him to Adrian Amos at an 87, they look like almost the same card. They're identical in a lot of ways. And also Brian Dawkins is able to hit 90 zone coverage, which is pretty huge. It makes them play a lot better in zone, and my safeties are almost always in zones, even when I do man coverage, so I wanted him to have 90 zone. My linebacking core is pretty decent. I have 89s in every position. I did have Miles Jack completely maxed out. I had his Team of the Week version, but I just felt like it was a little over the top. I didn't think I needed a 92, 93 overall left outside linebacker because a lot of the formations I use, he's not even on the field. I use nickel a whole lot, and then I do use some 4-4, but I didn't think that I needed him to be a 92, so I felt like having that 300k card was kind of a waste, so I ended up selling that Team of the Week card. And I also had Tyreek Hill. He was maxed out as well, but I sold that card as well because I kind of just had a +1 speed card. I really wanted him for the speed, so it was like paying 350k for 93 speed instead of 92 speed, so I ended up selling that as well. And I'm pretty sure at some point when the next promotion comes out, that Tyreek's going to drop a lot. I think when the Halloween promotion comes out, it's going to drop Tyreek a lot because there's always the most feared speed cards, and those are probably going to make him drop, so I'm not really too worried about having to sell him. But you can see Miles Jack is pretty decent, and Telvin Smith has a +1 upgrade now that the Series 2 is out. So you can pay 500 training for +1s on his 89 overall card. And then the Series 2 Trophy Master is a Telvin Smith as well. So you can use your trophies on the Nat set and just use the Nat card and put it into Telvin Smith. And it's half the trophies. Instead of 110, it's 55. So you can get it super quick. And that's what I'm going to do because I don't intend on switching off of Telvin, because he's probably one of the best linebackers for that spot, other than probably, I want to say, Lawrence Taylor. But Lawrence Taylor doesn't have anywhere near the zone that Telvin Smith has. So I like to play pass more than play the run. A lot of people don't really run heavy in this game. But I also have Clowney backing him up just in case I do end up playing somebody who has a lot of running. But you see Buda Baker is pretty crazy. He's got really good speed, really high hit power. He's probably one of the better Rising Star cards. I think him and then OJ Howard. I don't have Howard in my lineup. He's the tight end. But Howard is super fast. I would compare him to Evan Ingram, but better. And then you can see here Casey Hayward, he's got 98 play rec, 97 zone, 91 press. A little bit slow, but he's also almost has 90 catching on a cornerback. He's got 89 catching. So when I play solos or play head-to-head, I just go to my coach adjustments and then choose to play ball. And he plays the ball crazy. He picks stuff off over people's shoulders. It looks gross the way he picks off the quarterback. And I've got a lot of picks with him. And on top of that, he's got tip drill. So a lot of times he catches the ball off of people's legs or, anything. So Casey Hayward is disgusting. A lot of people don't use him or didn't really care too much about his upgrade on Ultimate Kickoff because of his speed. But if you're playing zone, you're not going to really notice that speed that much. And in man coverage, if he plays off of the receiver, he's not going to get beat. Even if you have Tyreek Hill, who's 93 speed, if he plays 5 to 10 yards off of him, or you just back him off and you choose the give cushion adjustment, there's no way he's going to get beat. So I don't really see that speed as that much of a weakness. Right here, Jonathan Allen, he's got ×6 run stuff, so he's a huge part in how I'm able to get run stuff maxed out. Jabal Sheard is also a really good card. He's one of the cards you get out of the early packs for free. And then if you get him to an 86 and I have run stuff maxed out, I can have over 90 block shed and over 90 finesse moves. So he's a solid card for that position. And he's got decent speed as well. He's around 76 speed or something like that. So he's very solid. Especially having costed very little coins due to him being in that level up pack. And it's the free one, or not free, but discounted one. So you didn't have to pay money for that. But you can see here I've got Michael Strahan and Brandon Graham. Brandon Graham has got ×4 chemistry. And then Michael Strahan is just a monster. I used him as my captain because Shazier is my middle linebacker. I've got him at an 89 right now. So all I need to do is complete my passing yards and he'll be a 95. So I didn't really see the point in Ray Lewis. And then Jerry Rice and Shannon Sharp are also really good, but I didn't really think about using a tight end as my captain upgrade. I'd say the best options are either Strahan or Jerry Rice, and I went with Strahan because I like to have my defense more souped up than my offense. But that was Denzel Ward I just showed off. Denzel Ward is probably the best budget cornerback you can have if you are running on a really budget team and you don't have cornerbacks that hit thresholds in terms of man and zone coverage. I would say pick up Denzel Ward because he's got 90 speed, and I have him as a slot corner substitute. He's got 90 speed, really high agility, really high catching, and he's also really good in run support as well. So I would say pick up Denzel Ward. And also he played for my favorite college football team, the Ohio State Buckeyes, so that's another reason why I have him. But here on screen is another thing I wanted to point out, that I do have Brandon Graham starting pretty much, even though he's a substitute left in, and I would say you guys should do this too. If you have two really good players in one position, so two left outside linebackers or anything like that, you should use one of those players as a substitute in your specialist packages, because Brandon Graham is a left end and he doesn't see the field on that side. I have him as a substitute for the rushing right end. So any packages that aren't big packages, so subtract 4-4 and I think 4-3, so all the other packages like quarters and dollar and nickel and stuff like that that are geared more towards the pass, then Brandon Graham is going to be subbed in on the right side. So for nickel is what I run a lot, so I have Brandon Graham on the right side and then Strahan on the left side. So I have really good ends in my passing formations. And then you can see I have O.J. Howard, I just don't have him maxed out. And then Jack Doyle and Zach Miller both have 80 run blocks, so I have two 80 run block elite tight ends to back up Eifert. And I pulled Eifert in a flashback pack that I have on my channel, and I didn't really know what to do with him other than to start him because he wasn't going for that much. He's like 65K or something. And then I didn't want to sell him for training because he's actually usable, so I was like, whatever, I'll just use him. And he's one of the better tight ends that block, and I do have my tight end block sometimes, so I ended up keeping him. And I'm pretty sure you guys are aware, but you get a power-up pass at 49, and I'm really close to that. I'm closer than the video shows. I'm probably a game away, and when I get that, I'm going to use it on Amos to have him at a 91 or 90 overall, depending on what the chemistries boost him to. But he's going to be really good. He's going to be 90 speed or higher, and that's what I'm going to use my 88 to 89 power-up pass on. And there's another one that you get around 52, 53. I'm not really too sure, but that one I haven't decided. I might use it on a receiver, but yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I wanted to show you guys my lineup. My lineup has elites in every position, and all my chems are maxed out now, but not in that video. So I will be showing you guys a lineup update very soon. I made a couple changes, but I want to thank you guys for watching. If you like this type of video, this is a budget team. I spent no money on this team, so I just grind the game a lot. Go ahead and subscribe, come back for more Madden 19, and I will see you in my next video.